So we look here in the Word of God. We look in Proverbs chapter 6, beginning in verse 16, going all the way through verse 19. We find that there are 6 things that God hates and 7 that are an abomination. Well, the very first one that God points out right here is haughty eyes. Haughty eyes in Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 17. You say, well, what in the world is haughty eyes? Haughty eyes are prideful eyes. Those prideful eyes. Now remember, as I said the other day, it's all as an issue of the heart. It has nothing to do with the eyes. It has everything to do with the heart. And so that prideful heart is causing those haughty eyes, and those haughty eyes are looking down at all of the rest of humanity. They're looking down at them thinking, that I am better than everyone. I am smarter than everyone. I am stronger than everyone. I am better in every single way, shape, and form, when they really don't understand that they are a lowly person because of the pride that they have within their heart. And so when you look at that pride, pride is an issue that the Bible talks a great deal about it. You find the issue of pride being addressed all throughout the book of wisdom, the book of Proverbs. You find it all over the Old Testament. You find it all over the New Testament. You find the teachings of Jesus as Jesus himself teaches about pride, the apostles teaching about pride. And so when you look at pride and you begin to understand pride, here it is, an individual's looking down upon another individual. Maybe it's because of their race. You think that they're a better race, which is really foolish. Not only foolish, it's totally ignorant when we begin to recognize that we're all created by God. God's the one that made us who we are. And not only that, we're all direct descendants from Adam and Eve. So it is ignorant to be racist and to look down upon somebody else because of the race. Maybe it's because of your education. You say, well, I'm better than that person because of the education that I have. Friend, I want you to understand, I have met some folks that have pretty much no education, and I've realized that they're some of the wisest people on the face of the earth. Certainly we ought to pursue education and be educated as best we possibly can, but education doesn't make us any better than anyone else. So I have more money, or I have a more powerful position, or whatever it is within your life that you're looking down upon another individual. And really, when it boils down to it, what you are then doing is saying, okay, not only am I better than everybody else, you're really saying that you're better than God as well. And the reason why that you're saying that you're better by God, but better than even God, is because it's only by the grace of God that we are who we are, and we are where we are. When Jesus looked at the church of Sardis, and Jesus told the church of Smyrna, and Jesus told the church of Smyrna, he said, I know your poverty, but you're rich. And then Jesus also looked at the church of Laodicea. He said, you think you're rich, but you're blind, wretched, poor, miserable, and naked. And so when we begin to think of ourselves as better than everyone else, we're also really looking down on God. Saying, God, I got myself where I am. I don't need you. I made myself successful. I made myself better. I don't need you. I don't need you at all. The Bible warns us that pride comes before a fall. The Bible also tells us that if we humble ourselves before the mighty hand of God, that He will exalt us in due time. So when we humble ourselves before God, we recognize that He's going to exalt us. But when we become full of pride and arrogance and boastfulness, God's going to humble us. And those who've been humbled by God, I could promise you are truly humbled. But those who've been exalted by God, regardless of what their status on earth is, have truly been exalted.